In this video, IT instructors were asked 7 interview questions about how they deal with student behavioral issues.
I simply try to talk with a student outside of class to get to the bottom of something.
It's important to deal with the student one-on-one outside of class time in your office or away from the other students. A seating chart can go a long way.
I try to look at my own management of class time. If I'm going too quickly between activities or not giving students enough time to understand instructions, sometimes that's when I see students talking when they should be listening.
If you're asking one student to speak and another one is trying to, as long as you sort of acknowledge, you'll have a moment, wait your turn. Students, if they know that you recognize they have something to say, oftentimes they'll wait to say it. And so that's a strategy I recommend using.
I simply just mark them tardy on a sheet of paper that I have every day in class.
Drives me crazy.
I want students to visually see that I'm marking them tardy, but I don't need to interrupt class to tell them that they're tardy. They should know, and they should know my procedure for doing that.
I always have a participation grade, and that grade includes, of course, attendance and timely attendance. And so when a student comes in late, they see me, even if I'm talking or if other groups are doing something, I walk right over to my attendance book and I mark it. So they know that I notice when they come in late, and that goes a long way towards cutting down that behavior.
In my classes, I allow students to use cell phones.
Now, I personally don't allow the use of cell phones or any electronic devices in my class.
I actually don't have a policy on cell phones and I don't take them away.
I tried to have students help me come up with rules for the class for appropriate cell phone usage.
It's a little different for adults. If you've got working professionals, they might need to use that phone, and I tell them if you're going to need to use your phone, please step out of the classroom. But for adolescents or younger, if they have a cell phone, they get one warning. If I see them using their phone, I'll tell them to put it away. If there's a second warning, I take it and I'll put it in my shirt pocket or I'll put it on my desk for them to pick up on their way out. Our tendency as humans, when someone is speaking very quietly, is to come closer to them. Sorry, what's that? What's that? I would encourage you to walk away from them. Say, I'm sorry, can you say that a little louder? Touching the ear like this. Walking away from them encourages them to throw their voice and make sure everyone in the classroom can hear them.
One thing I think increases student motivation is connecting what language you're learning to how they're going to use it in the real world.
I try to make the class feel as student-centered as possible. I do simple things like have students be in charge of writing the date on the board each day in class, or different students in charge of erasing the board after class. These are simple things, but they help students feel like they're part of a community.
I think the single biggest thing that a teacher can do to increase motivation is to be motivated themselves. Students see that you want to be there, generally that'll make them want to be there more as well.
One simple thing to do is always refer back to your syllabus.
Is referencing a syllabus or a school policy.
You should have those rules listed in your syllabus on day one, or have the students help you generate them on day one.
That has been preset, which is why I need to have them clear beforehand.
So if you always go back to that contract that you have with your students, it will help it feel less personal and more professional.
Really, the best thing that you can do to enforce your rules in a professional way is to be consistent. Strive to treat everyone equally. You're not there to make friends. You're there to run an efficient classroom, run an active and fun classroom. And if anyone's interfering with that, you need to let them know that you're going to treat them the same way you would treat anyone else.
Hold on, let me do that again.
Ooh, good question. What did the other two say?